Look, we know that the CEO of Microsoft spoke to Trump himself. What could complicate this deal? We now have a date, a timeline in the sand. What could complicate closure?
Yeah, that's right, Matt. There's a couple of things I want to put on the radar as possible complications to watch up until this September 15 deadline. One of them is that Donald Trump, as you mentioned, it repeatedly insisted Monday that any sale of TikTok's U.S. operations has to include some substantial payment to the U.S. It's not clear under what authority the U.S. could extract a payout from that. It's not like the U.S. gets a finder's fee for saying that TikTok has a violation and has to get sold. That's not really a thing. So it's unclear under what you go with that. The second thing is that there are some China hawks who are a bit leery of Microsoft. Microsoft has a long presence in China. It has a little bit more entry into China than maybe some of its rivals do. And so there's a question, even though Microsoft is based in Washington State, as to whether or not that is going to satisfy some of those China hawks, or if those China hawks their concerns are going to be sort of pushed to the side and this is going to be okay. Certainly, Nadella and Trump speaking suggests that Trump is on board with the idea of Microsoft doing it, so it's not clear how much those people have weight right at the moment. But there are a lot of things, as I say, that could be complex as we're going into the next month and a half.
Derek, tell me this. Each week goes by, we see these various ratcheting and escalations. What is the next scale up from Beijing? What's the next target?
I think the next big thing to watch is a sort of sleeper issue on journalist visas. There are some journalist visas for Chinese reporters in the States that are apparently due to be renewed sometime this week and haven't been yet. China apparently is preparing for as if the U.S. is not going to renew any of them and might remove some correspondence. Now, it's not sure where they're getting that from. We are hearing this from Hu Zhijin, the editor-in-chief of the Global Times, who investors, it will be a familiar name for investors because they watch his tweets as an indication of sometimes China's thinking. Now, he said something interesting. He said that if there's a worst-case scenario and the U.S. under Donald Trump boots Chinese journalists, then they're willing to retaliate targeting U.S. journalists based in Hong Kong. Now, that's a very, very big threat. A lot of unknowns there, but that threat is even out there is a major thing to watch for. So watch for the issue of journalist visas this week.